steps back.
Step forward, step back. Right, Jeremy, are you ready for this?
Never.
Can you believe that your colleague requested that you do this interview with me rather than him?
I can understand that. I can understand the gentleman doing that for me.
Well, firstly, just want to thank yourself, Oliver, and to Trevor and all of your colleagues very much for allowing us to host our Circle of Leaders event here today.
No problem at all.
You wait to see the footage, and the film guys from Allegro have done a stunning job with the drone and all the filming. It was an absolute amazing backdrop. But can you just introduce yourself to a few thousand people, please?
Okay, so my name is Jeremy Wiggins. I am the Sales and Marketing Director for the daughter company that looks after CLAAS in the UK and Ireland.
I love that expression, the daughter company.
Daughter company, exactly.
Yeah. Is it because CLAAS? Well, it's just I don't know, some people say that calling a business a family is a bit jingoistic, but CLAAS is a family.
Very much so. So just to try and dimension the business to you, so we've got 11,000 employees now. So
wow.
people may have remembered.
In Bury St Edmunds?
I wish. No, it was only 100 of us over here
okay.
in the UK. But if you think 11,000 people worldwide, we've got 36 different manufacturing locations across the world now. So people would have remembered us as a European harvesting focused business probably 30, 40 years ago. Yeah. And we very much now try to spread our wings to become more of a worldwide business. Yeah. So we do anything from small machines for India for planting rice, to anything to the large combines that we would market here in the UK with the flagship 8900.
Okay, so with the business as it is today, you've developed significantly over the last decade, last 15 years to make yourself future-proof. If it's okay to ask, what are the plans? What are the plans for CLAAS in the future? What can we learn from you and your colleagues as to how you're developing?
I think for us as a company, and you mentioned us being privately owned, so we are in control of our own destiny, we feel, and we are very much customer focused. So we have an understanding of what the customer's needs and requirements are, because we have an element of understanding in that particular area across the world, and we really want to try and make their work easier. Yeah. And we're looking at efficiency and the value of our product to the customer at every different step. Yep,
and I'm smiling because on the Circle Leaders broadcast, we had a couple of farmers there, and when they came in, they said, "Oh, it feels like we've come home."
Okay.
to CLAAS, the CLAAS headquarters. Okay, so we've got this incredible business with this number of employees and these number of units, businesses spread globally. It's not easy out there. There's all the talk of economic times ahead, economic stress. How are CLAAS, how are you reacting? Because presumably you, like everyone else, you've seen your energy costs go up, you've seen your steel go up, you've presumably had issues with everything from semiconductors to gaining tyres. What concerns have you got? What roadblocks have you got in the future you're worried about?
I think today, that the struggle for us is to be able to keep up with the demand.
Is it?
With the supply of machines. We're getting back on track, and I think with any other manufacturer, we've gone through some challenges, what with COVID and the supply issues. I think we're having to take a broader look at things, so not necessarily focus on one particular supplier for one item. So we've got to be a little bit more forward thinking and look at 2, 3, if not 4 suppliers for that. So we can try and smooth out any hiccups that we have on the supply chain of the components coming into the factory. For us, in terms of the outlook, yes, costs are going up. We've been quite lucky with this facility, obviously with a new building, so we've got LED lights, we're looking at energy saving in terms of the heating bills to hybrid cars for the employees, so we're really looking at it every different element, to the point where we've nominated 2 individuals within this business here to really focus on how we can save money at every different level.
Fantastic. 10 years time, we're stood here. Your tractors, your combines, your forage harvesters, what are they going to look like? Are they going to have cabs on them?
Oh, there's the question. So you open in the topic of autonomy. For us, we're interested in the subject. We don't know how far it will go, but the level of interest is there with the factory. So we have a shareholding in Exceed, so we're looking in those different elements as well as the different energy sources on the product as well. So we're looking at autonomy in terms of no driver, or we're looking at slave systems as well.
Yep.
So we're looking at whether it's partial autonomy,
Yep.
but it's a question of where we think the technology will sit. So whether it will be just in field or whether it will be just fully automatic. But certainly we're seeing the interest from the customers, we're seeing the interest from the R&D guys.
Yep.
So at the moment we're exploring every avenue,
Yep.
and not necessarily putting all our eggs into one particular direction.
And just on that side of if they're cabs or not cabs, engines or electric, what's the view of CLAAS? Where's that all going?
I think we've got a variety. I suppose people could look at it as an advantage or a disadvantage,
Yeah.
where we don't have one engine supply.
Yeah.
So we have a multitude of engine suppliers to suit our varying different products. I think that gives us a clear focus on focusing on the machine,
Yeah.
and we look to outside manufacturers to give us the energy source.
Yeah.
So are we considering electricity? Yes. Are we considering other energy sources? Yes.
Yeah.
But today I feel it's too soon to make a decision to go, because I think we've got so many different products and different applications. I don't see us putting all our bets on one
Absolutely,
type
but it sounds like as a business you're exploring it, but for the benefit of your end customer. So when the timing is right, if it's right to have autonomous vehicles or electric vehicles, you'll be there, but only when the timing is right.
Yeah, I mean, if we take a full electric vehicle, we've got to then think of the weight element. And then obviously if you think of the efficiencies that we have today with any product in terms of the fuel usage, which is a huge topic, we've got to keep a good balance between the weight of the product versus the efficiency, and there could be potential limitations with technology today with the batteries.
So CLAAS, it sounds like the future is bright. There are economic challenges out there, but farmers globally need your product. So the future is bright for farmers who deploy your product.
We hope so, absolutely hope so, yeah. I mean, we're still investing in R&D products in terms of looking for the next steps going forward. Obviously, if you divorce the energy sources, or we're still looking to try and make the machines that we have today as efficient as we possibly can, because we can see pressures going forward with costs.
Yep. So Jeremy, to wrap up, you will have a favourite child in the respect of the portfolio of products, of machinery that CLAAS sells. Who's your favourite child? What's your favourite piece of machinery?
If you go back to my roots, so I'm from the West Country, and my father was a dealer, and certainly forage harvest is close to my heart. I became forager product manager with the business, so I did that for 10 or 11 years. So yes, forager is my favourite product.
Excellent. Jeremy, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.